How's it, Lungi? Well bowled today. Geez, just headlines on the result. But what goes through your mind when you're standing out there? I mean, even if things are going well for you personally, but just when the guys are in that kind of mood and the field is small and the ball's just flying around the park. I mean, how difficult is it to kind of stay on top of that and stay composed? I mean, just describe what was going through the minds and the emotions of that bowling display.
It was difficult, but that's T20 cricket. I think we see which way the game is going now, and my only mindset was actually to take wickets. I think that's the only way we could actually stem the flow of runs. It is tough bowling to in batsmen when they come to the back end because they've gotten used to the pace of the wicket, and they start to flow a bit in the pattern of their game plans. So, yeah, my main thing was to try to take wickets. I think that's what I was also trying to communicate to the guys throughout the game, is just try find a way to get them out, because I think bowling 20 overs on small fields as well, it does get pretty messy at the back end. So that was my thought process.
Thanks, Lloyd. We'll go for those in Telford.
Hi, Lungi. Lungi, what were you guys thinking when Tristan Stubbs was hitting the ball everywhere over there? I mean, did you think that total was something that you could get? And I mean, just what was the mood in the dugout at that point?
It is definitely a total we thought we could chase down. Even the guys that had gotten out, the message we were getting from them coming back into the change room is it's actually a very good batting wicket. The boundaries are small, so if you give yourself enough time, anything is probably chaseable in the last 5. And I think our downfall was we probably had lost too many wickets by the time we really needed to get going. But yeah, we had full faith in Stubbs. I mean, even during training, he's shown us what he's capable of doing, so we weren't really surprised to see what we saw today. I've bowled to him myself, and I've been on the receiving end of what you guys saw tonight. So yeah, we had full faith in him.
Thanks for those. Telford.
How's it, Lungi? We've heard a lot about England's attacking batting approach, but do you think the way Chris Jordan bowled tonight in that 1 over was a way to counter that kind of batting when people just go gung-ho? Do you think those kind of Yorkers and full tosses, is that the way to counter a team like England?
I think, all bowlers have their own game plans, and yeah, as much as we all say, there's nothing that beats a good Yorker, we also do realize that guys start to line up and hit Yorkers a lot better now in the game. So, keeping the guys guessing is also part of the game plan. It all boils down to execution, and tonight his execution was on point. On any other evening it could have gone either way, but well done to him. As he's a world-class performer and he plays for his country for a reason. So I just see he was pretty much doing his job tonight, and he landed those Yorkers.
Thanks, Telford. Is there anyone from the floor who would like to ask a question?
Yeah, hi Lungi. Just on Tristan, he's obviously been playing over here a little bit coming into this series, and you said it sort of didn't come as any surprise to you that he was able to play in innings like that. Can you just tell us a bit about him and what he's been like in training?
He's a very confident chap, and you can see he's a big guy as well, strikes the ball well, and that's how he plays cricket. What you saw tonight is what he practices, and he put into play what he practices. So that's why we weren't surprised to see what he was doing. Very happy for him as well, to finally get a chance to go out and bat and show the world what he can do and what he's capable of.
And for you guys, obviously he's still a young player, but coming into a T20 World Cup a few months away must be a pretty exciting guy to have coming into the middle order.
Well, he's definitely probably put his hand up tonight for a spot within the World Cup, so it's exciting to see. And I mean, I don't think any coach would be sad to say, from what he saw tonight, I think he's got a long career ahead of him, and if this is how he's going to keep going, I see a bright future for him.
We'll go Keenan, then Ken.
Hi Lungi, well bowled today. Fact for you, you 5 wickets. You need 5 wickets in the next 5 matches to reach 50 test wickets and become the second fastest ever to reach that milestone. Is that something you're aware of? And is that something you're aiming to achieve? and then also your pace has been up in the tour to England so far. Is that something also that you've been working on and something you are aware of?
Yeah, obviously there's been a lot that we work on behind the scenes, but I think it just comes with the confidence of being back to play. I hadn't played a T20 in almost close to a year, so to find that rhythm and find that confidence, I think that plays part in obviously the pace and the rhythm. But yeah, that record probably something I've never actually thought about, to be honest. I just want to keep taking wickets, so if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, so be it. But as long as I can keep putting my hand up for selection, that's all I'm trying to do.
Thanks, Tina. We'll go Ken and then we'll look to wrap up with Zahir.
Thanks, Lucy. How's it, Lungi? Very well bowled. You mentioned the importance of taking wickets when things are stacked so much in the batsman's favour, like tonight. You probably could have taken 6 or 7 with a bit more support from your fielders. Bairstow dropped 5 times, I think it was tonight. What are some of the discussions that you guys have had around fielding? Because it's not the first time that the Proteas in the last couple of years have had a really bad night in the field. Was it something in particular to do with the ground? Because it's still quite a small, tight ground.
To be honest, I can't speak for anyone else, but there was a pocket where it does go into the lights. Obviously, no excuses there, but I don't think anyone goes out there and drops catches on purpose. So it's obviously something that will have to be addressed. But, any other night, like you say, if we take those catches, it could be a different game. And we've heard this since we started playing cricket, catches win matches, and we saw what happened tonight. So probably we'll have a discussion about that, but all in all, like I can say, no one drops catches on purpose. So that's just what happened this evening.
Thanks, Ken. And then Zahir.
Hi, Lungi. Well ball tonight. Just a more general question. You've played a bit of domestic cricket over a while, and a guy like Tristan Stubbs, is he just part of a new generation of South African batters that just coming out and with no fear, guys like Devil Brevis, Ryan Rippleton? Is that a new generation of South African batters coming through?
I think it just comes from, where they're playing. If the guys give them confidence to play their game, that's what they're going to keep doing. We try and encourage guys to do what works for them. What gets you here is probably what's going to work for you here. So, to continue with that. And I think they are obviously inspiring other batsmen to probably take the game on a bit more. It's good that they're very young as well. So, I think other batters can see, if you want to play for the team, this is how you're going to have to go about it. And that can only put us in a better position. So very excited about what's going to come in the future.
Great, thanks, Zahir.